How do you deal with disappointment? In life, we inevitably find that despite our best efforts, we fail to achieve our objective. You fail to reach your fitness goals, the meditation course you paid for didn't live up to the promise of changing your life, and despite practicing handstands, they remain unachievable. Your shoulders still feel stiff. Now, maybe these kinds of setbacks indicate that you need to revise your strategy. That's a different topic. But the question remains, how can we develop the spiritual fortitude to shake off disappointing outcomes and pick up the pieces and get back to it? Hey guys, my name's Nick. Today I want to share some ideas, some strategies that you can employ when you realize that things didn't go according to plan. We have a little bit of Eastern philosophy, a little bit of ancient Roman philosophy. We're looking at this from different angles, but no matter how you look at it, it's the same thing. Things got messed up. Maybe it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. You have to do something about it. Well, one way to stay sane and deal with disappointment is to focus on your dharma. Dharma, if you're not familiar, is an important concept that comes to us from Eastern philosophy and spiritual traditions. It means something like your duty, your nature, your purpose, the role that you fulfill in the cosmic whole. And to live a good life is to perform the actions dictated by your dharma. Now, we're not going to dive into how different traditions believe that your dharma is determined, but there is a general agreement that it is the actions and intentions that are important, not the results. The Bhagavad Gita, one of yoga's foundational sacred texts, has this to say about effort and results. Desire for the fruits of work must never be your motive in working. Be even-tempered in success and failure. For it is this evenness of temper which is meant by yoga. Work done with anxiety about results is far inferior to work done without such anxiety, in the calm of self-surrender. So, along the path of yoga, to fulfill our dharma and live meaningful, happy lives, we need only try and continue to try. By surrendering the fruit of our actions, we free ourselves from the mental stress of worrying about what our efforts are going to produce. But in case Eastern spirituality seems a little bit too foreign, we can find the same emphasis on action and intention in Western philosophy as well. In the West, we know it as the Dichotomy of Control. The Roman Stoic Epictetus summarizes the same thoughts like this. Some things are in our control and others are not. Things in our control are opinion, intention, desire, aversion, whatever are our own actions. Things not in our control are body, property, reputation, position, and in a word, whatever are not our own actions. If you suppose that things which belong to others are your own, then you will be hindered. But if you suppose that only that which is your own to be your own, then no one will ever compel you or restrain you. Epictetus reminds us that only our actions, intentions, and opinions are truly ours. The fruits of our actions, body, property, reputation, while they might be under our influence, are not. Many 12-step programs like Alcoholics Anonymous condense this whole thing down to Reinhold Niebuhr's prayer of serenity. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So, whether you flavor your philosophy with Eastern spiritual wisdom, ancient Roman Stoicism, or modern Christian theology, the fact remains that the story you tell yourself when confronting disappointment determines whether you will rise to the challenge or be crushed by defeat. If you approach all tasks and challenges with the mindset of detaching yourself from the results, and you can do that without sandbagging your effort, then you cannot fail. Define success in terms of intentions, opinions, and actions, and success and failure will always be in your control. Now, to bring this home, here is a short journaling activity that you can do to get clear on the dichotomy of control. In this exercise, you'll first reflect on events from the past day or the week. You might write a short paragraph about the things that stand out in your memory. Include things that happened to you, but also how you responded, the things that you found yourself desiring or fearing or feeling adverse to. So, for example, you might write something like, weight was the same this last week. I made my step goals all days but one. There was pizza at the office and I had a slice. Last night I slept poorly and didn't have energy in the morning for my practice. I'm feeling frustrated by slow progress and lack of visible results. After having reflected, next review the same events and apply the dichotomy of control, remembering that we control our intentions, opinions, our actions. So draw a line down the center of the page and sort the events into things you have complete control over and things you don't have control over. So again, going back to our example, under the heading of things you have no control over, you might put your weight staying the same as last week. Actually making your step goals, trying is under your control, but actually making the goals is not. Something might happen. Not under your control, food that's available at the office. Not under your control, how well you sleep. Again, you can set up the conditions for good sleep, but nobody can force themselves to go to sleep. How much energy you have for your practice, things not under your control. On the other side of the page, things that are under your control, you might put intending to be consistent with your diet and exercise. Attempting to make your step goals. Choosing what to eat. Planning the time and place that you're going to be sleeping. Attempting to show up for practice no matter how much energy you have. I believe that your dharma is yours to discover, but if you are here and you feel like there's a chance that figuring out this health and wellness thing is part of your purpose, part of what you're here to do, you will experience challenges and setbacks. You will fail to meet your expectations. That's part of the journey. But by taking control of the narrative, you can be sure that you're always going to be taking another step. So, good luck, enjoy your practice, and I'll see you next time.